Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Quet, and I wanted to make a quick video today going over something. It's just been a while since I've recorded with the holidays and everything else surrounding that going on. And today I said, hey, I'm gonna make something. I'm gonna put something out. I was just gonna wait until the new year to start putting videos out again, but I figured why not end the year how I want to go through the rest of the year, and that's recording a lot of content for you guys. Or how I want to go through 2019, and that's recording a lot of content for you guys. So, with that said, today I'm just going to go over the sort method. The sort method is another, I would say, is another higher order function in JavaScript. Technically, by definition, the four videos that I've gone through so far, or the four methods for each map, filter, and reduce are going to be the subject matters of my larger video putting all of those functions together that will release on January 1st. However, I figured why not go over some of the other ones. There's a few other higher order functions in JavaScript, and I just chose to go over sort today. So, with that said, let's kind of get into it. I'm going to use my terminal today and just run the demonstrate everything. So the sort method essentially iterates over an array and puts everything in alphabetical order. So with that said, it is normally, I guess, used for arrays that are holding a lot of strings, but it can also be used with arrays that are holding numbers as well. You just have to play with it a little bit, and you'll see that in just a few minutes. Let me just kind of get started here. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make this array called heroes. And if you've ever played the video game Overwatch, some of these characters might look familiar. I pretty much just took all of the characters. I kind of randomly started typing them. At first I was going to use a few. After a while, I was like, hey, why not just use everybody? And so they're in a random order right now. Um, all 29 of them. And if I want to put these in ABC order, it's actually quite simple. I can just run heroes um and then run the sort method on it. And with that, we return everything in alphabetical order from Anna to Zenyatta. So looks pretty good. It does exactly what we expect, right? It's when we get into numbers that it gets a little tricky. So let's say we have numbers ranging from 1 to 1,000, and we want to kind of sort those. It gets a little weird. So actually, I'm gonna create a function here and just choose 10 random numbers between 1 and 1,000. I'm just gonna use the random function. If you've never used the random function in JavaScript before, this might look a little weird. If you have, then you definitely understand what's going on. And if you would like me to do a video on how to use some of these math functions, or show you how to get a random number or a random index in an array or something like that, just let me know in the comments or tweet me, and I'll definitely get around to making a video on that. But for now, let me just get to building out this function. So I'm gonna make a numbers array right after this, and inside of numbers array, we're gonna push a value. So we're gonna use math.floor, math.random times math.floor of max plus 1. And I think I've closed this out right. We should be good to go. Okay, so essentially what this does is we have a function named random. It is going to take in a parameter called max. This is going to be the number that we're going to go up to, whatever the largest number we want to have in our range is. And then we have this array called numbers. We're going to push what we return here, which is essentially just going to be something in between 1 and whatever the max number is. So in our case, I'm going to use 1,000 as our max number, so it's going to return a number in between 1 and 1,000, including both of those numbers. So I'm going to use random. First, I want to create that numbers array, right? So I'm going to use random 1,000. and I'm gonna call this 10 times. So you see the number going up at the bottom. That's just the number of times that I've run this function. And if we take a look at the numbers array now, we have 10 numbers in it. Cool. They're all in the hundreds, and they're all random. They some are a little smaller than others. I think the biggest I see so far is 869. The smallest is 152. So, 113. Sorry. So we want to sort these from 113 to 869. And if you try to do numbers sort here, I'm going to show you it doesn't work. So what we get here um, is actually kind of the same. It's kind of how it does it with strings. So this method on strings works perfectly because it just puts it in alphabetical order like we expect. Here, if you run it with no other function inside of it, it's just going to say, okay, well, if you start with the 1, I'm going to put you at the beginning of the array. And if you start with a 9, I'm going to put you at the end of the array, like the very first number. So if you look here, we have 113 at the beginning. Uh, wow, this actually did a good job of putting them in order. So this actually messes me up. So let me run this random function a few more times and see if I can get some better numbers here. So let's see if I run numbers again, if I can type right. Okay, cool. So I have numbers again. Perfect. This one is gonna show better results. So now if I do numbers that sort again, the numbers aren't going to be in order as you expect. So if we look here, everything looks good in the hundreds, in the 200s, we get to the 300s, and then all of a sudden we have 300, 336, 349, 35. And this is where it gets a little off. So what it's doing is it's looking at the first number and saying you start with the 1, yeah, at the beginning. You start with the 2, yeah, after the 1s. You start with the 3, yeah, after the 2s. But it then looks, it says 300 is, it says 30, you're first. 3, you're next. 3, 4, yeah, after that. 3, 5, yeah, after the 3, 4. It doesn't check to see if there's any other numbers after. It just kind of looks at the first number, and then it, kind of moves you around, and then it looks at the second number, and if that second number is less than the second number of the other number, it puts you ahead. I know that might sound kind of confusing. So if you look at 349 and 35, 3 and 3 both the same value, so it's like, okay, you're in a cluster of threes, and then it says, okay, well, the next number after 3 and 349 is 4. Okay, so what's the next number after 3 and 35? Well, it's 5. And it's going to say, well, 5 is larger than 4, so you're going to go after 349. It doesn't even look to see that there's a whole nother number after the 4. It just says you're next up. So this doesn't quite work. It doesn't give us the results that we're looking for. It did the first time. It put everything in order. The second time, I added 5 more numbers, and all of a sudden, you can see that it got a little wonky. So how do we fix this? We just have to write a little bit more code in. And so what we're going to do here is we're going to run this number sort again, but inside of it, we're going to write another function, and it's going to take in the parameters a and b. We're going to use our arrow there, and we're going to say a minus b. This puts everything in ascending order. So now it's going through the array, it's looking, and it's saying if this number is smaller than the next number, put it ahead. So now this is kind of sorting the array a little bit better for us. And now we see that, oh, and I'm kind of, yeah, I didn't notice that like 35 shouldn't have. Anyways, yeah, so now it's in perfect order. Before, if we, maybe the first time we ran the sort method on a number range, it worked perfectly fine. The second time, it was almost perfectly fine until we got to the 300s and realized for some reason 35 was placed after 300, 336, and 349. So now everything else is pretty much in perfect order. And let's say we wanted to do this in ascending order, we would do the same thing that we have here with this number dot sort, except we would change the A here to B. And then we have it in descending order. And there's also a whole another way that we could do this, and that's using the reverse method. So if we use numbers dot reverse, just like that, run it twice, we see that it reverses the order. So the numbers array, after we run the sort method, the whole array is manipulated. So numbers, so let me try this again. Numbers, sort to B, puts everything in numerical order. If we look at numbers, the whole numbers array is manipulated to be in numerical order now. So when we run reverse, it just reverses everything. And so we'll get it in that descending order. And when we run reverse, if we run numbers now, numbers in descending order, the whole array. So if we want to get it in ascending order, we can just run reverse again and it puts it in ascending order. So you're kind of getting 2 for 1 here, in a way, because I've kind of shown you how the reverse method works. I didn't go into great detail, but I've shown you how it works with an array full of numbers. So yeah, I think that's about everything to show you with the sort method. Um, it's a pretty good method. You can definitely use it if you need to sort some type of data in either alphabetical order, numerical order, anything like that. I guess chronological order if you're dealing with time in a database or something. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So this will be my second to last video of the year. I think I'm gonna do one more video tomorrow, and then starting off the new year, like I said early in the video, you'll get my video going over the 4 higher order functions that I've done before in kind of a larger video. And then I have a lot of new content for you guys, both uh, focusing on what I've been focusing on so far, which is teaching some JavaScript or just coding skills in general. You'll get more of those videos. I'll be doing a couple classes with focus outside of JavaScript, such as HTML and CSS. I'll also be doing a little bit more Python, and I'll also just be showing things that I'm learning. Um, like new things and probably mostly React, Node, Python, things of that nature. Maybe a little Vue, because I do plan on doing more Vue coding in 2019. And you can just expect a lot of new things in the new year. I have a couple other things I'm not ready to announce quite yet, but you can expect a lot of things to come forth. And maybe it's a good idea for me to kind of do a video going over what I'm going to do for the new year in more detail. So, but anyway, I'm kind of rambling now. Let me go ahead and cut this video. Thank you for watching. If you're subscribed to the channel, I greatly appreciate it. We hit over 150 subscribers for the year, which is amazing. I wasn't sure if I was going to hit 50 for the year, and you guys have been extremely supportive, and I greatly appreciate that. If you're not subscribed to the channel, if you could please subscribe. Yeah, if you could please subscribe, I greatly appreciate it. And if this video helped you in any way, if you go ahead and drop a like, I'd really appreciate that. It definitely gets my videos out to more people, in which I can help more people on their coding journey, and that's what it's all about. So yeah, as I said, thanks for watching. If you don't catch another one of my videos before the new year, have a happy new year, and I'll see you in the next video.